So racing is returning to New York Harbor. How did that come about? Not to use the only sailing term I know.
Well, it really all started here. I mean, even though the first race was in the UK, a group of New Yorkers built a special boat called America and went over to the UK and beat the best of the British fleet and brought it back here to New York Harbour. So, and that was, 165 years ago. So here we are back here again, and these modern boats actually allow us to bring it in close, race it in close to shore, and so we can come to venues like New York and race it on the Hudson, which is what we're planning to do.
And this is sort of a precursor to the main event, which is next year.
Yes, yeah.
Next year in Bermuda.
That's right. Well, we've got a series of events which we call the Louis Vuitton America's Cup World Series. Mm-hmm. So they go around the world. They're mainly staged in the countries of the challenging teams.
Now, a few years ago, after the San Francisco race in 2013, I believe, you made some structural changes to the sport, to the race, the kinds of boats, the cost, the technology. Tell me a little bit about that.
Well, to try and bring the costs into line with the revenues. And now we're in a much better situation. And in fact, commercially, we now have more than twice the number of global main partners involved. So that's a good thing. I think a lot of people saw the television product last time, really enjoyed it. It was understandable to non-sailors.
So this is the sponsorship costs are what changed, or the actual cost of participating?
Cost of participating, but of course there's sponsorship revenue coming in. Prior to this, it was really funded by wealthy individuals, mm-hmm. and it still is, or certainly underwritten by wealthy individuals. But now the costs are coming into line with the revenues, and so, in some cases even exceeding them, which is of course to create a sustainable product ongoing. That's what you need to do.
The boats used in 2013 were a big change from the past. They were bigger, more technology. There was lots of tech innovation in them. I know the 2017 boats will be different, but how will they be different?
Well, they are smaller. Interestingly enough, they're just as fast, or maybe even faster. And one of the main reasons was that these test boats were developed, and they were. When we looked at those on camera, we realised that there was actually very little difference in the television images. But of course the cost came down dramatically, and so that allows more teams to enter the game, and not only just enter the game, be competitive in the game. We didn't really want to make it an arms race. Whereas now it's the rules, a lot of the rules have been standardised, and we're really in the situation today where we have 5 of the 6 national teams that are competing, I believe could go on and win, and maybe even in 6 months' time it'll be 6 out of the 6, mm-hmm. And in fact in the first 3 events we've had 3 different winners. That just shows that mm-hmm. It's highly competitive.